Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a balanced druid PvP guide for season 3 of the War Within. So let's dive right into the talents. So pretty much the entire balanced druid tree has not gotten any changes, unlike Shadow Priest and other specs that got some reworks this season, like Marksman, etc. Balanced druid did not really get any reworks, and they just got some damage buffs. So pretty much it's the exact same build as last season. So short and sweet to the point. Just pretty much copy this talent tree here, and that's pretty much what I've been using, and I've had some success with this patch. So for the left side of the talent tree, there are some changes you can change around for like what you're facing. For example, you can get rid of Rake and get remove corruption for like warlocks, affliction warlocks and stuff that have curses. Um, so you can switch out for that. It depends on obviously what you're facing. Other times when you use Rake, you can just open up on somebody with Rake and then CC them into an insta clone. That's what I like to use with Rake. So just like I said, depends on what you're facing. You can use Mighty Bash 2 as well instead of Incantating Roar if you want to go that route. It's up to you. Otherwise, there's just not really much anything else to change out for. Um, I mean, you can switch out maybe like Feline Swiftness for like reduce cooldown Typhoon or increase the radius and its range. But I like the movement speed. But other than that, like I said, there's just nothing else to really switch out for. Rejuvenation is meh. You can maybe go for an Innervate to help out your healer. That's up to you as well. You could probably use um, Inspiration as well to get the bonus from each form if you want sometimes, but I don't really use that one. So yeah, just pretty much copy the left side of the talent tree. It's just it's pretty much the exact same build as last season. So just copy the left side of the talent tree. Short and simple to the point. And the only a few things I would recommend switching out if you want are Decapitating Roar and Mighty Bash talent tree, and then if there's a Warlock, you can switch out Rake for Remove Corruption. And yeah, that's pretty much that. For the left, for the right side of the talent tree, exact same thing. Been pretty much running this so far in season 3, and it's been working out for me both in Battleground Blitz and Battlegrounds. I even use this build in Arena to get for my tier, which we'll get into later. And I've been doing fine with it. So the right side of the talent tree, just pretty much copy this. There's not really much of anything I would switch out for. I haven't really switched out anything. So like I said, it's short and sweet this season when there's not really any changes like Marksman Hunter had or um uh Shatter Priest, etc. So just copy the right side of the talent tree. That's pretty much all there is to it. For hero talent tree, sticking with Keeper of the Grove. I recommend sticking with Keeper of the Grove this season. It is very nice. You get the extra haste, and Keeper of the Grove gives you extra damage. The AoE from Dream Surge is pretty nice with Wrath. So I recommend sticking with that. You can try Elun's Chosen if you want. I did have a build for that, but it did not feel as great in my opinion. But that's just me. And if you do play Elun's Chosen, switch out Force of Nature with Warrior of Elune. So that way you can do some bigger Starfires with the Elun's Chosen build. But like I said, it didn't feel as great to me. Maybe it's just because of my stats, which we'll get into in a second. I don't know. But actually, nah, it's probably not because of the stats. But I don't know. Moral story: Elun's Chosen didn't feel as good to me compared to Keeper of the Grove. So I recommend sticking with Keeper of the Grove this season. For PvP talents, auto lock in Moonkin or always. I never switch that out. And then for the other two, you can switch out for whatever you want. Starburst, I always use this for Battlegrounds. If you're doing something like Arena, you can use High Winds, Alkin, Adapt, or probably the Celestial Guardian as well, which can help out a lot. Those were the ones I was switching out for in Arena. And then for Arena and Battlegrounds as well, Fairy Swarm is very good against melee. I use this a lot, especially with all the melee that were in Arena. I got like almost every game was like a Rep Paladin or a Warrior. or a no, it was mostly just Rep Paladins Warriors. And yeah, so if there's no melee, then you can switch out for like the combo of High Winds and Owl can adapt. So yeah, so short and sweet. That's pretty much the PvP talents. Celestial Guardian, High Winds, Owl can adapt, Starburst for Vow rounds usually, and Moonkin Ore is auto lock in always. And that's the PvP talents that I've been using. Alright, up next is stats. Alright, so here's the thing. I'm primarily a Battleground Blitz and Battleground player. That's just what I enjoy. I have been going the route of Mastery this season, like I did last season. Last season I went Mastery as well, and I do not regret it. If you want to do big damage, Mastery is the way to go, with some haste, of course. Not like just don't go full Mastery, but I like to go well, not full Mastery. I like to go Mastery with some haste. And with Keeper of the Grove here, you automatically get some haste when you enter an Eclipse. It's for 6 seconds, but still, yeah, some haste with the Eclipse is very, very nice. So I've been getting by with the haste you get from that, with some haste on gear, and even on tier gear. This season you get haste as well. But I've been going the mastery route. So you can see, like, I have some haste on my gear, and then I have mastery on pretty much almost all my other gear. So you can see I have like mastery. I have like so much mastery on a bunch of stuff. So if you're planning on doing a lot of battle rounds and stuff, I recommend going the mastery route. It is a lot more fun. Don't go like full mastery. Get like some haste. Like I said, you'll get some haste on your tier gear, which we'll go over in a little bit. I have like one ring with haste and versatility, and then another ring with versatility mastery, and then everything else is like mastery, except for like I have haste on my boots, haste on the weapon, of course. But I have like mastery helmet, mastery necklace, all that stuff. So, but yeah, I enjoy the mastery playstyle more. If you're planning on doing arena, haste is way better because you're going to be focused all the time on arena. I mean, I did arena with my mastery build, and it was a little bit harder, of course, so I wouldn't recommend it. But I just went that way because, like I said, I'm primarily a Battleground Blitz Battleground player, and mastery feels way better in Battlegrounds than haste did for me, and I like the big damage more. So that's just me personally. But if you're doing arena, you'll probably want haste gear, because you're gonna be hard casting clones to CC people more often. Stuff like that, with people training you all the time. Battleground Blitz, sometimes you can get away with people, not targeting you, and you can get free clones that way. It's not much of an issue. But for Arena, since you'll be targeted pretty much constantly, you're going to be wanting haste gear. So it just depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to do both, I would recommend getting 2 sets. That's what I did last season. And I'll probably get a haste set this season as well, but I'm going mastery gear first because, like I said, I primarily do Battleground Blitz and Battleground. So, but yeah, I prefer mastery. If you want to go haste, you can. Haste is still good for Battlegrounds. Don't get me wrong. Haste is still good, but I just prefer mastery playstyle. So that's my personal preference. Now let's go over tier. I did get my 2 set. Like I said, I farmed Soul Shuffle to get my 2 set. You can get 2 set this season, right? The first week. Currently, right now, you just need to get 1600 in anything. Arena, Battleground Blitz, Battlegrounds. I tried to do it in Blitz, but the queues are so freaking long compared to Shuffle. It's ridiculous, which I did not think was going to happen first week. But here we are, and I'm sure it's not going to get any better. So you can get it in anything, just letting you guys know. I went with shoulders and chest. Chest gives you haste and mastery, which is your 2 good stats. And then shoulders, I went with haste and versatility, which is really nice for stats as well. And then basically what this does is it summons a Dryad to pop Star Surges and Starfalls, which is incredibly strong. Obviously, it's nerfed in PvP, but it is still really nice here. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Let me go to this target dummy. I accidentally hit it. It's a dog because I hit it. Okay. So, let me summon the Dryad right here. and then auto attack it. And it, like, look at her, look at her damage. Obviously, like I said, it's nerfed in PvP, but look at it. It is so strong. So, yeah, it's like I said, it's nerfed in PvP, but having a minion hit hit with starfalls and star surges with during your burst is huge. So I recommend getting the tier set, at least the 2 set. I'm not too sure on the 4 set yet. It's mostly kind of like an AoE type of thing, which I'm not sure is going to be super amazing or not. I mean, the first set is, I mean, the first thing is going to be kind of good for initial damage equal to 3% of your damage, but the 2 set is pretty good. I will say the 2 set is pretty good. So I'm not sure on the 4 set yet. If we do run the 4 set, I'm thinking helmets, and probably gloves, because crit is kind of meh, and gloves have more mastery than crit, so if we do run 4 set, it would definitely probably be the helmets and the gloves. So for the future, I would recommend just seeing what other druids are running if we run 4 set or not. If nothing else, definitely run the 2 set though. 2 set is really nice. And that's pretty much it for the tier. I've been really enjoying the tier. Been really a lot of fun using it. For embellishments, same as last season. Just run focusing lens, get your gem, precog, you know, stuff like that. Just get your embellishment, focusing lens. That's all there is to it. For macros, the most important ones are your set focus, mass entanglement, root beam macros. I don't know why I have 2 of these. I have 2 of these. I need to get rid of these later. I'll link the link. The right one later. I'm pretty sure it's this one though. The focus root one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of this one. All right, little bit of a setback there. Anyways, set focus root beam macro. Basically, what this does is you set focus this guy. You're attacking like somebody in a battleground. It's very useful in anything, especially like arena and battlegrounds. It's definitely very useful. You're attacking a kill target. A freaking magical healer comes out of nowhere, and then you're just gonna pop your burst go. You root beam the healer, and then you just hard go on them, and just straight up nuke them. So it's very, very useful. Love this set focus macro. And then of course you'll want to set focus macro for Cyclone as well, which is very nice. For the same situation, you can kill your burst target, Cyclone them. That's all there is to it. So I also have a cursor macro for Trents to make it instant instead of that annoying have to click it on the target on the ground thing. So I'll link that in the comments as well. It's very, very useful. And then that's pretty much it for macros for Boomkin. By the way, I forgot to go over enchants, but it's literally the exact same thing as last season. There's a cloak enchant, but I never really used those. There's speed enchant for bracers, crystalline radiance for chest, thread for pants, defender's boots for defender's health enchants for boots, which apparently I forgot to get, so I'll have to get that later. I went mastery route, which I was explaining earlier. You can go haste if you want, so it's up to you, but I went mastery for more damage, and then authority of radiant power for weapon. And then last but not least is rotation. For rotation, what I like to do is obviously you just dot as much people as you can first before you do anything else. Dot as much people as you can. For arena, you never really use Starfall. You'll be using Star Surge. So you'll be like, for your burst go after you dot everybody up, is you pop your Trance, your Fury of a Loon, and then pop your Incarnation and just go ham, like I was showing you before. Just absolutely Star Surge the absolute crap out of something. Obviously, you're going to want to root beam first the healer before you go ham as well, which I didn't really show, but yeah, just you're gonna want to CC and then pop your burst go, just like that. So that's gonna be your kill target, no matter what you're doing. Arena, battleground blitz is just you're gonna pop your Trents, your Fury of Balloon, and your Incarnation, and just spam those Star Surges. Spam them like there's no tomorrow. So obviously make sure your dots are on them first because you're gonna be having waning twilight. But yeah, that's pretty much your single target burst go. For battlegrounds, you can pop starfalls if you want. There's some boomkins do that, but I usually like to go. I pop starfalls like every once in a while, but a lot of the time I will like to just do what you saw here. Like I will pop my Trents, Pure Loon, Incarnation, and just spam Star Surge on a kill target, preferably a healer, or just kill something ASAP. Like, I know Boomkin's like a heavy AoE class, and people complain about Starfall a lot. You can go Starfall if you want, but if you watch my videos, you guys know I love to just popping Incarnation, Fear Balloon, Trent combo, and just go absolutely ham on somebody with Star Surges and nuke them. So, it just depends on what you want to do. If you want to go Starfall route, there's a lot of boomkins that do that too. My personal preference is to just go Star Surge and go full ham on somebody and nuke them just like that, and it usually works. So, but you can go the Starfall route and rot them all down as well. Either one works. It's just whatever you know is right at that right time. But I like to go the Star Surge route and just completely nuke them, and that's pretty much the rotation. It's just dot everybody up. Trents, Incarnation Fury Balloon, Star Surge, spam like there's no tomorrow, and that is the rotation. That is literally the burst rotation. Very, very simple. Just make sure you have dots going on at all times because you want that. You want those triple dots for the waning twilight there for the damage increase. And then outside of that, to get back into an eclipse, I like to spam 2 wraths to get back into an eclipse, and then this use starfires during that to get that extra damage. Also, with your Trents, when you get back into eclipse, you'll be having dream surge that'll do a lot of damage as well. When you get back into an eclipse, you can also use wrath during your burst goes if you want as well. Like for example, let's dot them again. Pop Incarnation, Trents. You can go ahead and do some Star Charges first into another Wrath, and get those Dream Bursts going out. You know, you can do that if you want to as well, because the Dream Burst hit decently hard as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any more questions, let me know. And that's pretty much it for the video. And yeah. I will see you guys later. Peace.